copying process. Literally the copying of the paper. That kind of flawless.
Yeah, that's kind of like Dan's thing. It always takes forever to copy, but hardly any time to download.
I should be better about when I notice that thing. That's annoying, honestly.
Right. Yeah, we're going to be watching the debate, so I'll be screaming at the computer, I'm sure.
I just can't listen to the words.
Man, I love to hear the lies and the deception and
I'm gonna enjoy having Biden being there to live fact check him without him walking out or.
But did you hear about that AI there they have to
Yeah,
live fact
yeah,
check? I'm
yeah.
like, that thing sounds brutal and I love it. But
All right.
This tweet from
I
Anthony
did love
Scaramucci.
how somebody said Biden's gonna walk in with $750 cash and put it on the podium. I was like, instantly saved.
He cracks me up.
um so this one, Anthony Scaramucci said Biden should start tonight's debate by asking Trump to recite the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, say the Pledge of Allegiance too while you're at it.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, it's robots, cloaking.
Did you start a team yet?
We're on a team, but he has to change it to public too. Oh, Kenny left.
How is it?
I said he's left the team.
Oh, I just joined it. You left
He
the
did?
team.
Yeah, that's weird. Huh. Weird. No,
Oh, there you are.
it kicked me for some reason.
I forgot what it's like to be a super.
Were you not?
Oh no, this strange agent makes it even better.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I hit my move goal for the day while sitting.
That's interesting. All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
Um, do I have like 30 seconds or so that I
Yeah.
can sell some legendaries so I don't get over encumbered during the course of this?
Yep, just hurry.
I am.
Wait,
I was fast traveling before we even said that, so.
Well, what you can do is, Ken, you don't need to do it. Well, you could do it now, but if you get over encumbered during the event, you're still going to fast travel back to the wherever you're at. So if you just do a moderate amount of them, because you're just going to be picking up ammos and impacts, pretty much from the enemies.
True.
So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, you could throw on one of the weight reducing perks that he turned off temporarily. Oh yeah, next goal.
like how we have massive impacts in real time.
Yeah. The treasure hunter event's coming back, and one of the rewards. Remember last time it was the crocodile, and now it's going to be what was it? It's a different animal plush, but same backpack. Yeah.
I like this fact.
It looks good with the jetpack because it kind of matches with the
Okay,
aesthetic.
I'm coming in now.
Cool. That's
Basic bitch outfit.
that doesn't seem that basic. It seems like you're ready for fall. You're the fall basic bitch with all that
I got the little on.
the
I
sweater.
got the little
Yeah.
the super tight sweater.
Yeah. Yeah, those are pumpkin spice colors too. Can you hear?
I have arrived.
Like 19 now. All right, let's go.
Come in. Restoring connection to the uplinks in this area is mission critical to the Brotherhood's efforts.
Okay, so it's robots.
Head to the signal repeater.
Got her close.
Float. Float to robots. Got it.
Double time.
All right, go to the next one.
You should be able to spot the first uplink now.
You may suffer harm up to and including death if you remain in
Torsten's why we can't have nice things.
I'm on it. Don't get me beat.
Beginning signal calibration. Team, watch for enemy contact.
You're welcome. Attaboy.
Run. Now.
The first signal's calibrated. We're not done yet. Head to uplink 2. And hustle. That looks like another uplink coming through. Things are gonna start heating up in there. Watch yourselves.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Here comes one right here.
I got you,
Got
Phil.
me. No, I'm
Nope,
dead.
you're real dead. Got it.
Yeah, something exploded.
time, too. Really nasty looking activity near your location. Head there and handle it. Eliminate all hostiles, team. We'll see if we can draw out their leader.
Intruder. Identify yourself. Commencing attack on hostile target.
This seems like more of them than we usually have to kill at this point. I know, does it seem like more of them to you guys?
Eh,
This is it. We got 'em mad now. Take
Yeah,
down that
that makes
priority
sense.
target ASAP.
upstairs.
Of course he is.
By the escalator.
You mean like how he just killed me while he was still invisible?
Oop, got me.
That's how we do things in the US
Target detected.
Do, 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 do. He's downstairs. Yeah, I didn't know he did that beam. Shit. You got me again.
I was dead. I was waiting for... It spawned me far away. I'm trying.
Same here.
These uplinks are going to provide critical data. He took down
Sorry.
the major threat to Appalachia as well. Get some rest. He's burned it. Dodge out.
So close. I was lagging like crazy.
But only...
When she says Leia, she sounds like Will
Luke
Forte
Skywalker.
from SNL in the Gilly. Gilly? Gilly. Gilly.
I'm sorry.
You're right on it.
I mean, we could always try it again.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a Furious Ward.
Oh, look out. You can stop playing the game now.
That's fucking the game.
How long do we have?
Minute 30. Alright, that's everything I need to.
Oh, a Furious Railway Rifle. Well, hey.
Alright, well, I will see you guys tomorrow.
Alright. Take care, fellow miss. Hi, I have the, I'm sharing the same one. Yeah, I have strange in numbers. I just rarely ever change it when he gets on, because I don't really know what to change it to. BDAX.
May I be of assistance?
Somebody killed a Scorch Beast. Fallout 76, BDEX.
At your service, man.
But they killed a Scorch Beast. Oh yes, I loved Fallout 4 a lot. Somebody killed Scorch Beast and its wings are falling through the ceiling. It's rather amusing.
Serve and protect.
What is... Now, what does the gift bag carry weight plus 15 mean? Does that mean I'm getting 15 extra weight from that? So I actually lost space. Oh, okay, well, let's see. But then I'm even more perplexed by my inventory right now. You know, the usual, it's way huger than I expect it to be. Let's see, I'm not carrying any extra weapons for the most part. My 2 shotguns, my 1 melee, and the camera. No armor that I'm not wearing, other than the 1 power armor chassis. I do have a lot of stim packs in that. Maybe I can sell off some of those.
May I be of assistance?
So those can go.
May I be of assistance?
I haven't. Sounds like my kind of camp. Maybe, is there like a build thing for the weekly or daily quests? Alright, so let me check. So complete an event, eat pre-war food. Okay, I can knock that out. Plant a crop in workshops or camps. Kill super mutants. Build up a workshop or camp and wall or floor decoration, build a door or stairs. Okay, build 5 stairs, that's easy enough. Collect caps, complete an event 5 times, critical hits to an enemy, so just do my VATs. Wow, 10 legendary enemies, that's excessive for the week. Okay, so I'm suffering from parasites, so let me just go ahead and eat some pre-war food. You know, sometimes I don't know what pre-war food actually is.
There's First Lady Melania Trump walking in with a mask.
That's what I stand up for her.
Not often seen at events where her husband is featured. All of her family walking
Fake
with
people
masks.
put on their fucking masks now.
What?
Fakeness of putting on their masks. You don't wear them anywhere else, but you wear them now, you fucking assholes.
Oh, Pauline's going to be really happy, it seems.
What?
She's watching the debate.
Well, it hasn't started yet. I'm talking about the hypocrisy of Melania Trump coming out wearing a mask, but she wouldn't wear it anywhere else.
Torsten says she's a bitch, so.
Hmm?
Torsten said, well, she's a bitch, so.
Well, yeah. She's a gold digging bitch. That's true.
Please no. Ah, that perfectly preserved pie. I never won't love it.
The MAGA bubble that Donald Trump is in when it comes to, you know, Judge Janine and Fox folks, although I guess he does have a Fox moderator. I wonder what effect that will have.
It could.
Okay.
And it's not just President Obama, George W.
I
Bush.
would like to. Let me just eat these real fast.
This is kind of the problem that
Alright, got that done. So let me know when you're there. I'll fast travel to you.
earlier.
Where is it?
He has
Lower
kind
left?
of- he has
Lower
helped,
right?
you know what kicked out of him
I
by his
see it
aides
now.
and advisors in debate prep because they know.
I don't know if I've done this one before. This will be fun.
Attention. Mine shaft reopening imminent. Available support personnel, please report to mine shaft
From the White House.
surgery
From
for repair and collection duty.
I mean, in interviews, in long
Please exit the
interviews.
area.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No, it does matter.
Oh,
and that,
lucky.
that is something that he does that Obama did not. But I just, the point is, he's in a reward system where
I remember this one now.
friendly stuff gets applauded. Well,
You know, the moment that this campaign has been building to for months, President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden taking the stage, going head-to-head in their first presidential debate at this crucial time in America's history. The pandemic, the economy, race in America, the Supreme Court. They will be asked about the very difficult issues Americans are facing right now in the first of three presidential debates about to begin.
Definitely.
Chris Wallace of Fox News, and I welcome you to the first of the 2020 presidential debates between President Donald J. Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. This debate is sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates. The commission is designed to format roughly 15
You want me to hold this one again?
with 2-minute answers from each candidate to the first question.
I think somebody's
and
coming in.
open discussion
Yep,
for the
somebody's
rest
coming in.
Of each segment. Both campaigns have agreed to these rules. For the record, I decided the topics and the questions in each topic. I can assure you, none of the questions has been shared with the commission or the two candidates. This debate is being conducted under health
But
and
he's
safety
standing right by
protocols designed by
the
Cleveland
spawn
Clinic,
point where they come out
which is
of at the
serving as
end
the
here.
health security advisor
And now
to the
now he's
commission
going
for
down. I
all
think
four
he's
debates.
going down to the other one.
Both campaigns have agreed that candidates will not shake hands at the beginning of tonight's debate. President Biden.
Kill him, Joe. Piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
Gentlemen,
She doesn't
a lot
like
of
the
people have been
orangutan.
waiting for this night,
That's an
so let's get
understatement.
going. Our first subject
Election
is the Supreme Court.
successful.
President
Claim
Trump, you
no
nominated
bids.
Amy
Yes,
Coney
sir.
Barrett over the weekend to succeed the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the court. You say the Constitution is clear about your obligation and the Senate's to consider a nominee to the court. Vice President Biden, you say that this is an effort by the President and Republicans to jam through an appointment and what you call an abuse of power. My first question to both of you tonight. Why are you right in the argument you make and your opponent wrong? And where do you think a Justice Barrett would take the court? President Trump, in this first segment, you go
Reclamation
first. 2 minutes.
Successful.
I will tell you very simply, we won the election. Elections have
Later.
consequences.
Collection.
We have
Nothing
the
to do with
Senate,
the election.
we have the White House, and we have a phenomenal nominee, respected by all, top academic, in every way, good at every way. In fact, some of her biggest pushers are very liberal people from Notre Dame and other places. places. So I think she's going to be fantastic. We have plenty of time, even if we did it after the election itself. I have a lot of time after the election, as you know. So I think that she will be outstanding. She's going to be as good as anybody that has served in that court. We really feel that. We have a professor,
Mineral
Notre Dame, highly
transfer
respected by all.
required.
She's the single
Please
greatest student he's ever had. He's
token.
been a professor for a long time at a great school. And we won the election, and therefore we have the right to choose her. And very few people knowingly would say otherwise. And by the way, the Democrats, they wouldn't even think about not doing it. If they had, the only difference is they're trying to invest. There's no way they're going to do that. They had Merrick Garland, but the problem is they didn't have the election, so they were stopped. And that would happen in reverse also. Definitely would happen in reverse. So we won the election, and we have the right to do this.
President Trump, thank you. Same question to you, Vice President Biden. You have 2 minutes.
First of all, thank you for doing this. Look forward to this, Mr. President. The American people have a right to have a say who the Supreme Court nominee is. And that say occurs when they vote for a United States Senator and when they vote for the President of the United States. We're not going to get that chance now because we're in the middle of an election already. The election has already started. Tens of thousands of people have already voted. And so the thing that should happen is we should wait. We should wait and see what the outcome of this election is. Because that's the only way the American people get to express their view is by who they elect as president and who they elect as vice president. Now, what's at stake here, the president's made it clear he wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. He's been running on that, he ran on that, and he's been governing on that. He's in the Supreme Court right now trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, which will strip 20 million people from having insurance, health insurance now, if it goes into court. And the justice, and I have nothing, I'm not opposed to the justice, she seems like a very fine person. But she's written before she went to the bench, which is right, that she thinks that the Affordable Care Act is not constitutional. The other thing that's on the court, and if it's struck down, what happens? Women's rights are fundamentally changed. Once again, women could be held money because she
I mean, mine was fine until there were 5 of them just now. I mean, the other guys, he lost his. Right, but mine was fine right up until I had 5 of them just now. Mine still didn't die, so winning.
Insurance companies are going to love this. And so it's just not appropriate to do this before this election. If he wins the election,
said very powerfully, very strongly, at some point, 10 years ago or so, she said a president and the Senate is elected for a period of time, but a president's elected for 4 years. We're not elected for 3 years. I'm not elected for 3 years. We have a president elected to the next during that period of time. During that period of time, we have an opening. I'm not elected for 3 years. I'm elected for 4 years.
Shut up.
And the 100 million people, Joe, the 100 million people is totally wrong. I don't know where you got that number. The bigger problem that you have is that you're going to extinguish 180 million people with their private health care, that they're very simply not true. Well, you're certainly going to socialists.
He's just going to do the normal thing, try and talk over people.
Open discussion. Yes, I agree. Go ahead, Vice President.
Number one, he knows that what I proposed. What I proposed is that we expand Obamacare and we increase it. We do not wipe any. And one of the big debates we had with 23 of my colleagues trying to win the nomination that I won, were saying that Biden wanted to allow people to have private insurance still. They can. They do. They will under my proposal.
Not what you said.
But
and it's not
Shut
what
up!
Your party has said.
That is simply
Your party doesn't say it. Your party wants to go socialist medicine.
My party is
and
me.
Socialist
right
healthcare.
now. I am.
And they're going to dominate
party.
you, Joe. You know that.
I am the Democratic Party right now. And by the way, the the 200,000 people that have died on his watch. How many of those have survived? Well, there's 7 million people that contracted COVID. What does it mean for them going forward if you strike down the Affordable Care Act?
Joe, you've had 308,000 military people dying because you couldn't provide a proper health care in the military. So don't tell me
I'm
about
happy
this.
to talk about
And if you were here, you could be 200.
What do we do with the claim tokens?
Because you were very late on the draw. You didn't want me to ban China, which was heavily infected. You didn't want me to ban.
All right, gentlemen,
Europe, which was heavily
Mr.
infected.
President,
You would have been much later, Joe.
Mr. President,
Much later.
Mr.
You're
President,
talking about 2 million people.
Mr. President, as a moderator,
Shut the fuck up.
we are going to talk about COVID in the next segment.
Mr.
But
President,
go
he
ahead.
doesn't
Let
deserve
me
the title.
finish. The point is that the president also is opposed to Roe v. Wade. That's on the ballot as well in the court. And so that's also
Where's this machine?
right now. And so the election is all
You don't
ready
know it's
to
on
be
the
done.
ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
Because
Why is
you
it on the
said
ballot? It's not on the ballot.
it's on the ballot in the
I
court.
don't think so.
In the court.
Well, there's nothing happening there.
Donald, would
And you
just
don't know
quiet for a
her
minute?
view on Roe v. Wade.
I don't know.
her view.
Well, all right. Let's talk. We got a lot to unpack here, gentlemen. We got a
Thank
lot
you.
of time. So, on health care, and then we'll come back to Roe v. Wade. All right, Mr. President, the
What was
Supreme
that?
Court will hear a case a week after the election.
Sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
My question, and then you can answer.
Go ahead.
Piece of
You,
shit.
in the course of these 4 years, have never come up with a comprehensive plan to replace Obamacare, and just this last Thursday, you signed a largely symbolic executive order to protect people with pre-existing conditions 5 days before this debate. So my question, sir, is what is the Trump healthcare plan?
Well, first of all, I guess I'm debating you, not him, but that's okay. I'm not surprised. Let me just tell you something. There's nothing symbolic. I'm cutting drug prices. I'm going with favored nations, which no president has the courage to do because you're going against Big Pharma. Drug prices will be coming down 80 or 90%. You could have done it during your 47-year period in government, but you didn't do it. Nobody's done it. So we're cutting health care. All of the things that we've done, insulin. I give you an example. Insulin. It was destroying families, destroying people because I'm getting it for so cheap. It's like water. You want to know the truth. So cheap. Take a look at all of the drugs, what we're doing, prescription drug prices. We're going to allow our governors now to go to other countries to buy drugs because they pay just a tiny
As
fraction.
I say, this is open discussion.
No,
Let me
but
ask
this is
you about,
really- this
you'll be
is big
happy,
stuff.
sir. You'll be happy. I'm about to pick up on one of your points to ask the vice president, which is he points out that you would like to add a public option to Obamacare, and
Yes.
the argument that he makes and other Republicans make is that that is going to end private insurance.
It is
and
not.
will. I thought I'd ask you the question. And it will
Not what
end.
your party says, by the way.
It will end private insurance and create a government takeover of health care.
It does not. It's only for those people who are so poor they qualify for Medicaid. They can get that free in most states, except governors who want to deny people who are poor Medicaid. Anyone who qualifies for Medicare would, Medicaid would automatically be enrolled in the public option. The vast majority of the American people would still not be in that option. Number one.
Joe, you
Number
agree
two.
with Bernie Sanders, who's far left, on the manifesto, we call it. And that gives you socialized medicine.
Look, hey,
Are you saying
I'm not
you
going
didn't
to listen
agree?
to him. The fact of the matter is, I beat Bernie Sanders.
Not by much.
I beat him a whole hell of a lot. I'm here standing facing you.
Pocahontas would have left
Wow.
2 days early. You would have lost every primary.
All he knows how to
on
do is
Super
hurt.
Tuesday. You got
Look,
very lucky.
here's the deal.
Such
I
a
got
rude
very lucky. I'm
bastard.
going to get very lucky tonight as well. And tonight I'm going to make sure, because here's the deal. Here's the deal. The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar.
But you
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure.
You graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
He doesn't know how to do that. He has, you know, you pick the wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Listen, you agreed with
Here's the
Bernie
deal.
Sanders to the
The whole idea.
Let him.
There is no manifesto.
Please let him speak, Mr.
Number two.
God.
Just the left.
Number two.
You just lost the left. You agreed with Bernie Sanders on a plan.
Folks,
absolutely.
Folks, do you have any idea what this bomb's doing?
They call it
Do you have any idea?
socialized medicine.
Mr.
I'll
President.
tell you what. He is not for any help for people needing health care. Because he in fact already has cost 10 million people their health care that they had from their employers because of his recession. Number one. Number two, there are 20 million people getting health care through Obamacare now that he wants to take it away. He won't ever look you in the eye and say that's what he wants to do. Take it away.
No, I want to give
Number
you better
three.
health care at a much lower price because
by the way, he
Obamacare
doesn't
is
know
no
how.
good.
He doesn't know how
I've
to do
already
that.
fixed it.
He has never
I've
offered
already
a
fixed
plan.
it to an extent.
He has never
Obamacare,
done a
as you
single
might
thing.
know, but probably don't.
Gentlemen, you realize if you're both speaking at the
It's
same
no good,
time,
and it's too expensive.
let the president. Go ahead, sir.
Obamacare is no good. We made it better, and I had a choice to make very early on. We took away the
Fucking
individual
bully.
mandate. We guaranteed pre-existing
They're not
conditions,
gonna
but took
overpower
away the
people
individual
already.
mandate. Listen, this is the way it is, and that destroyed. That they shouldn't even call it Obamacare. Then I had a choice to make. Do I let my people run it really well?
People.
Or badly. If I run it badly, they'll probably blame him, but they'll blame me. But more importantly, I want to help people.
No, you don't.
I said, you got to run it so well. And I just had a meeting with them. They said the problem is no matter how well you run Obamacare, it's a disaster. It's too expensive. Premiums are too high, and it doesn't work. So we do want to get rid of it. Chris, we want to get rid of it.
I understand it, sir, but I have to give you roughly equal time. Please let
Shut
the
up.
Vice President talk.
He won't. He'll start talking
He has no
immediately.
plan for health care. He
course we do.
he sends out wishful thinking. He has executive orders that have no power. He hasn't lowered drug costs for anybody. He's been promising a health care plan since he got elected. He has none, like almost everything else he talks about. He does not have a plan. He doesn't have a plan. And the fact is, this man doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right,
He's
I have
against-
one final question for you,
Sure.
Mr. Vice President. If Senate Republicans, we were talking originally about the Supreme Court here, if Senate Republicans go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett, there has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now. Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're senators. I'm not going to answer the question
Why would you answer that
because
question?
the
Why won't
question
you answer the
is-
question?
The question is,
radical left.
Will you
Who
shut
is your,
up, man?
listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is so
ended this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have,
I'm not going to give a list.
we have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand.
Oh.
They should.
47 years you've
Wow.
done nothing. They understand.
All right. The
I hope they
second
have security
subject
there.
is COVID-19. It's
Oh,
an awfully
here we
serious
go.
subject, so let's try to be serious about it. We have had more than 7 million cases of coronavirus in the United States, and more than 200,000 people have died. Even after we produce a vaccine, experts say that it could be months or even years before we come back to anything approaching normal. My question to you is, based on what you have said and done so far, and what you have said you would do starting in 2021, why should the American people trust you more than your opponent to deal with this public health crisis going forward. In this case, the question goes to you first, sir. 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
200,000 dead. As you said, over 7 million infected in the United States. We, in fact, have 5%, 4% of the world's population, 20% of the deaths. 40,000 people a day are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people a day are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. That's why it is. The president has no plan. He hasn't laid out anything. He knew all the way back in February how serious this crisis was. He knew it was a deadly disease. What did he do? His own tape was acknowledging he knew it. He said he didn't tell us or give people a warning of it because he didn't want to panic the American people. You don't panic. He panicked. In addition to that, what did he do? He went in and we were insisting that the Chinese, the people we had on the ground in China should be able to go to Wuhan and determine for themselves how dangerous this was. He did not even ask Xi to do that. He told us what a great job Xi was doing. He said we owe him a debt of gratitude for being so transparent with us. And what did he do then? He then did nothing. He waited and waited and waited. He still doesn't have a plan. I laid out back in March exactly what we should be doing. And I laid out again in July what we should be doing. We should be providing all the protective gear possible. We should be providing the money the House has passed in order to be able to go out and get people the help they need to keep their businesses open schools that cost a lot of money. You should get out of your bunker and get out of the sand trap and get in your golf course and go in the Oval Office and bring together the Democrats and Republicans and fund what needs to be done now to save lives.
So if we would have listened to you...
You have 2 minutes, sir.
If we would have listened to you, the country would have been left wide open. Millions of people would have died, not 200,000, and one person is too much. It's China's fault. It should have never happened. They stopped it from going in, but it was China's fault. And by the way, when you talk about numbers, you don't know how many people died in China. You don't know how many people died in Russia. You don't know how many people died in India. They don't exactly give you a straight count, just so you understand. But if you look at what we've done, I closed it, and you said he's xenophobic. He's a racist, and he's xenophobic. Because you didn't think I should have closed our country. Wait a minute.
It says 2 minutes.
You didn't think we should have closed our country because you thought it was terrible. You wouldn't have closed it for another 2 months. By my doing it early, in fact, Dr. Fauci said, President Trump saved thousands of lives. Many of you Democrat governors said, President Trump did a phenomenal job. We worked with the governor. Oh, really? Go take a look. The governors said I did a phenomenal job. Most of them said that. In fact, people that would not be necessarily on my side said that. President Trump did a phenomenal job. We did. We got the gowns. We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You wouldn't have made ventilators. And now we're weeks away from a vaccine. We're doing therapeutics already. Fewer people are dying when they get sick. Far fewer people are dying. We've done a great job. The only thing I haven't done a good job, and that's because of the fake news. No matter what you say to them, they give you bad press on it. It's just fake news. They give you good press. They give me bad press because that's the way it is, unfortunately. But let me just tell you something. I don't care. I've gotten used to it. But I'll tell you, Joe, you could never have done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job.
I know how to do the job. I know how to get the job.
Well, you didn't do very well in swine flu. H1N1, you were a disaster. Your own chief said you were a disaster.
14,000 people died, not 200,000. There was no economic recession.
You made a point.
There was no recession.
You made a point. Let him answer.
And there was no one. We didn't shut down the economy. This is his economy. He shut down. The reason it's shut down is because, look, you folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID? How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far more people. Far more people.
And
you would have been.
And by the way,
his
own CDC director says we could lose as many as another 200,000 people between now and the end of the year. And he held up. He said, if we just wear a mask, we can save half those numbers. Just a mask. And by the way, in terms of the whole notion of a vaccine, We're for a vaccine, but I don't trust him at all, nor do you. I know you don't. What we trust is a scientist.
You don't
we
trust
Dr.
Johnson
Fauci.
Johnson, Pfizer.
And
Okay,
by the way,
gentlemen, let me move on to questions about the future, because you both have touched on two of the questions I'm going to ask.
It's an exhausting debate.
Focusing on the future first, President Trump, you have repeatedly either contradicted or been at odds with some of your government's own top scientists. The week before last, the head of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Redfield, said it would be summer before the vaccine would become generally available to the public. You said that he was confused and mistaken. Those are your two words. But Dr. Slaoui, the head of your Operation Warp Speed, has said exactly the same thing. Are they both wrong?
Well, I've spoken to the companies, and we can have it a lot sooner. It's a very political thing, because people like this would rather make it political than save lives. It is a very political thing. I've spoken to Pfizer. I've spoken to all of the people that you have to speak to. We have great Moderna, Johnson & Johnson,
But
and
no
others.
scientists.
They can go faster than that by a lot. Become very political, because the left, or I don't know if I call
So
it
you're
left, I don't
suggesting
know what
that
I
the
call it.
head of your Operation Warp Speed, Dr. Slaoui...
I disagree with him. No, I disagree with both of them. And he didn't say that. He said it could be there, but it could also be much sooner. I had him in my office 2 days ago.
He talked about the summer, sir, before it's generally available. Just
He
like
said
Dr.
it's a
Redfield.
possibility that we'll have the answer before November 1st. It could also be
But
after
it's
that.
generally available.
Well, we're going to deliver it right away. We have the military all set up logistically. They're all set up. We have our military that delivers soldiers, and they can do 200,000 a day. They're going to be
this is
delivering
the
the
same
vaccine.
man.
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
By Easter, this would be gone away.
Yeah.
By the warm weather,
Yeah.
it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could
Yeah.
inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the
That was
same man.
said sarcastically.
That was
you
him.
know that.
No, you
I would
weren't.
have said
And
sarcastic.
so here's the deal. This man is talking about a vaccine. Every serious company is talking about maybe having a vaccine done by the end of the year. The distribution of that vaccine will not occur until sometime beginning or the middle of next year to get it out, if we get the vaccine. And pray God we will. Pray God we will.
Mr. Vice President, I want to pick up
You'll have the vaccine soon.
I want to pick up on this question, though. You say the public can trust the scientists, but they can't trust President Trump. In fact, you said that again tonight. Your running mate, Senator Harris, goes further, saying the public health experts, quote, will be muzzled, will be suppressed. Given the fact that polls already show that people are concerned about the vaccine and are reluctant to take it, are you and your running mate, Senator Harris, contributing to that fear?
No more
No.
than the question you just asked him. You pointed out. He puts pressure and disagrees with his own scientists.
But you're saying you can't,
Everybody
or
knows.
Senator
And-
Harris is saying you can't trust the science.
Well, no. You
No.
can't trust the scientists. She didn't
Can't
say
trust
that. You
him.
can't trust
She said the public health
They said
experts,
that.
quote, will be muzzled, will be suppressed.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do. But there's millions of scientists, there's thousands of scientists out there, like here at this great hospital, that don't work for him. Their job doesn't depend on him. That's not. They're the people. And by
I
the
spoke
way,
to the
and
scientists that are in charge.
By the way,
they will have
and
the vaccine very soon.
Do you believe for a moment what he's telling you in light of all the lies he's told you about the whole issue relating to COVID? He still hasn't even acknowledged that he knew this was happening, knew how dangerous it was going to be back in February, and he didn't even tell you. He's on record as saying it. He panicked, or he just looked at the stock market. One of the two.
Both.
Because guess what? A lot of people die. And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Wow.
Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years you've done nothing.
Let's have this debate.
And if you would have had, let me just tell you something, Joe. If you would have had the charge of what I was put through, I had to close the greatest economy in the history of our country. And by the way, now it's being built again.
See,
and
We're going to get to the economy in the next segment, sir.
Okay.
It's going up fast.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
When it comes to how the virus has been handled so far, the two of you have taken very different approaches, and this is going to affect how the virus is handled going forward by whichever of you ends up becoming the next president. I want to quickly go through several of those. Reopenings. Vice President Biden, you have been much more reluctant than President Trump about reopening the economy and schools. Why, sir?
Because he doesn't have a plan. If I were running, I know what the plan is. You've got to provide these businesses the ability to have the money to be able to reopen with the PPE as well as with the sanitation they need. You have to
Tell
provide
that
them
to Nancy
plastic.
Pelosi.
Well, he's just shush for a minute.
Tell it to Nancy Pelosi. And Schumer,
by the
Brian
way,
Chuck.
Nancy Pelosi and Schumer, they have a plan. He won't even meet with them. The Republicans won't meet with the Senate. And he sits on his golf course. And, I mean, literally, think about it.
You probably play more than I do, Jay.
What about this question of reopenings and the fact?
Well, he wants to shut down this country, and I want to keep it open. And we did a great thing by shutting it down. Wait a minute, Judge. Let me shut you down for a second, Judge. Just for 1 second. We want to.
All he's doing is shouting and
the
pleading.
country. We just went through it. We had to because we didn't know anything about the disease. Now we found that elderly people with heart problems and diabetes and different problems are very, very vulnerable. We learned a lot.
Everybody
Young children
is.
aren't. Even younger people aren't. We've learned a lot. But he wants to shut it down. More people will be hurt by continuing. If you look at Pennsylvania, if you look at certain states that have been shut down, they have Democrat governors all. One of the reasons they're shut down is because they want to keep it shut down until after the election.
No, they're not.
November 3rd.
Want to keep people alive.
But those states are not doing well that are shut down right now.
President Trump, you have begun to increasingly question the effectiveness of masks as a disease preventer, and in fact recently you have cited the issue of waiters touching their masks and touching plates. Are you questioning the efficacy of
You have to
masks?
understand it. Look, I mean, I have a mask right here. I put the mask on when I think I need it. Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test, and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to. But I wear masks when needed. When needed, I wear masks.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from me. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say
Vice President Biden, go ahead, sir.
Look, way to open businesses. Let's give them the wherewithal to be able to. We provided money.
But I was asking you, sir, about masks.
Masks make a big difference. His own CDC said if we just wear a mask between now, everybody wear a mask and social distance between now and January, we'd probably save up to 100,000 lives. It matters.
And they've also said the opposite. They've also said
no serious person has said the opposite. No serious.
Look at Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci said the opposite.
He did not say the opposite.
He said very strongly, masks are not good. Then he changed his mind. He said masks are good. I'm okay with masks.
I want to ask you both about one last subject, because your different approaches has even affected the way that you have campaigned. President Trump, you're holding large rallies.
No masks.
Packed together, thousands of people.
Outside.
That's not the point.
Yes, agree. Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with
nobody will show up.
People with.
Nobody shows up to his rallies.
In any case, why you holding the big rallies? Why you not? You go first.
Because people want to hear what I have to say. I mean,
but are you not worried about
great job as a president, and I'll have 35,000 people show up at airports. We use airports.
Are you not worried about
we have a lot of people. Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever. It's outside. That's a big difference according to the experts. But we do them outside. We have tremendous crowds, as you see, literally at 24 hours notice. And Joe does the circles and has 3 people someplace.
Okay. By the way, did you see one of the last big rallies he had? And a reporter came up to him, asked him a question, said, "Put on a mask. Have you been tested?" I'm way far away from those over there. That's what he said. I can't. I'm going to be okay. He's not worried about you. He's
worried
about the people out there breathing.
We've had no negative effect.
No negative effect.
We've had no negative effect. And we've had 40,000 people
want to
these rallies.
just quickly finish up because I want to move on to our next.
Yes, I would. He's been totally irresponsible the way in which he has handled the social distancing and people wearing masks. Basically encourage them not to.
Yep.
All right.
Ben, he's a fool on it.
If you could get the crowds, you would have done the same thing. But you can't. Nobody cares.
Gentlemen, can we move on to the economy?
All
Gentlemen,
about
can
the
we move on to the
crowds.
economy?
Yes.
The
Jesus
economy
Christ.
is, I think it's fair to say, recovering
Fucking
faster
shambles.
than expected from the shutdown
Much
in the second quarter. The unemployment rate fell to 8.4% last month. The Federal Reserve says the hit to growth, which is going to be there, is not going to be nearly as big as they had expected. President Trump, you say we are in a V-shaped recovery. Vice President Biden, you say it's more of a K-shape. What difference does that mean to the American people in terms of the economy? President Trump, in this segment, you go first.
So we built the greatest economy in history. We closed it down because of the China plague. When the plague came in, we closed it down, which was very hard psychologically to do. He didn't think we should close it down, and he was wrong. And again, 2 million people would be dead now. Instead of still 204,000 people is too much. One person is too much. Should have never happened from China. But what happened is we closed it down, and now we're reopening, and we're doing record business. We had 10.4 million people in a 4-month period that we've put back into the workforce. That's a record the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. And he wants to close down he will shut it down again. He will destroy this country. You know, a lot of
Kirsten, are you there?
between drugs and alcohol and depression, when you start shutting it down, you take a look at what's happening in some of your Democrat-run states where they have these tough shutdowns. And I'm telling you, it's because they don't want to open it. One of them came out last week. You saw that. Oh, we're going to open up on November 9th. Why November 9th? Because it's after the election. They think they're hurting us by keeping them closed. They're hurting people. People know what to do. They can social distance. They can wash their hands. They can wear masks. They can do whatever they want. But they got to open these states up. When you look at North Carolina, when you look at these governors are under siege, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and a couple of others, you got to open these states up. It's not fair. You're talking about almost it's like being in prison. And you look at what's going on with divorce, look at what's going on with alcoholism and drugs. It's a very, very sad thing. And he'll close down the whole country. This guy will close down the whole country and destroy our country. Our country is coming back incredibly well, setting records as it does it. We don't need somebody to come in and say, let's shut it down.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Your 2 minutes, sir. We're now moved to you. As I said, posing the question, the president says it's a V-shaped recovery. You say it's a K-shaped recovery. What's the difference?
The difference is millionaires and billionaires like him in the middle of the COVID crisis have done very well. Billionaires have made another $300 billion because of his profligate tax proposal, and he only focused on the market. But you folks at home, you folks living in Scranton and Claymont and all the small towns and working class towns in America, how well are you doing? This guy paid a total of $750 in taxes.
Sir, wait, no. Sir, it's just I understand. You've agreed to the 2 minutes, so please let him have it.
Do I get my time back? The fact is that he has, in fact, worked on this in a way that he's going to be the first president of the United States to leave office having fewer jobs in his administration than when he became president. Fewer jobs than when he became president. First one in American history. Secondly, the people who have lost their jobs are those people who have been on the front lines, those people who have been saving our lives, those people who have been out there dying, people who've been putting themselves in the way to make sure that we could all try to make it. And the idea that he is insisting that we go forward and open when you have almost half the states in America with a significant increase in COVID deaths and COVID cases in the United States of America. And he wants to open it up more. Why does he want to open it up? Why doesn't he take care of the American? You can't fix the economy until you fix the COVID crisis. And he has no intention of doing anything about making it better for you all at home in terms of your health and your safety. Schools. Why aren't schools open? Because it costs a lot of money to open them safely. You know, they were going to give, his administration was going to give the teachers and school students masks. Then they decided, no, couldn't do that because it's not a national emergency. Not a national emergency. They've done nothing to help small businesses. Nothing. They're closing. 1 in 6 is now gone. He ought to get on the job and take care of the needs of the American people so we can open safely.
All right. Your time is up, sir. We are going to get to...
I have to respond to that.
Well, you both have 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he made a statement.
Excuse me.
So did you.
People want their schools. No, people want their schools open. They don't want to be shut down.
Hey, Brandon.
They don't want their state shut down. They want their restaurants.
How are you?
Look at New York. It's so sad what's happening in New York. It's almost like a ghost town. And I'm not sure it can ever recover.
Are you watching the
what they've
debate?
done in New York.
Pauline
People
is
want
being
their
angry.
places open. They want to get back to their
God,
life.
I wouldn't even watch
They'll
it.
be careful, but they want their schools open. I'm the one that brought back football. By the way, I brought back.
Who
Big
cares
Ten
about football?
It was me, and I'm very happy to do it. And
All right,
people of Ohio are very proud of me. And
All right, I'm gonna have to turn this down because I can't be bothered.
Brandon, how was your day?
Oh, it was fine. Outside of the rampant idea that I'm probably going to get fired within the coming days.
You get tax credits like the hotel on
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Avenue. You get a massive, which, by the way,
Still
was
won't
given
answer
to
the
me
question.
by the.
Sorry. I turned out my voice because, yeah, I didn't want to hear it.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm muting my microphone in between talking.
Oh, definitely not.
Wait, are you watching on your end?
Oh, hell no. Debates have outlived their usefulness at this point. If you don't know who you're going to vote for, there's a guy named General Lee on here? Oh, shit.
That sounds dangerous.
Seems appropriate for it now. That was... Yep.
Yep, what?
Oh, he was saying how Trump was going to riot the Big Ten debate, or Big Ten on the football. I brought back football. Fuck you, ain't brought back shit.
Are you hearing it? Because I'm muting my microphone so that you don't have to hear it on my end. Are you still hearing it?
No, Torsten was saying it.
Oh.
Torsten
muted me.
himself.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this.
Yeah. He is muted at the debate. He's just only speaking when spoken to. That isn't weird at all.
I was hoping for more events somewhere. Yeah, I was knocking out some of the weekly stuff.
Hexagons. Ooh. A little Rocketeer, eh? Yeah!
Torsten, you didn't want to try to get a group and do that daily ops again, did you?
Get the ammo. Yo, yo. They're all over here. One rebel. Alone. Betrayed by the country she loves.
Yeah, I'll do that with you. And then I'll go play with Brandon.
Keep running. Keep running. Ooh, bastard. Where is this guy? Bitch, don't try to snipe me. You know who I am. I'm the olive loaf, bitch. Fuck you.
Oh no, I mean I was just I was hoping for ones that might have legendary enemies.
No, Mr. President.
God. I heard him. Ugh. Like, ew, ew, ew. Stupid. Oh shit. We're actually winning. That shit's unexpected. That shit's real unexpected. They have death troopers and everything. You going down, bitch? Haha. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're not cool. Fuck you, I'm out. Oh, they're red shirts. Screwed them up. How many times did I die? I only died 6 times, so that's part of the reason.
As you say, I'm not too worried about it. I was just hoping the guided meditation would happen, because that one usually has a few. I'm not that worried about it. I'm just waiting for you to be ready, and then I figure we can go and do the daily nuclear winter, and then I can join Brandon. What was that? Cool.
We got switched up. He got me for. He got my partner. Oh, they already have. No. Okay. Oh, come on! You stupid son of a bitch. He whips out a rocket while I'm beating him with a, like, bubble bopping him. Shoots the rocket at me, and I die.
I mean, that was determination.
Yeah, but still, there's like a limit to it, right? No, see them over there?
What was that, Tristan?
They're holding B. Ooh.
What happened? I get a couple shots with my shotgun and can do a critical, so it was pretty quick for me.
Gosh, I wish you were here, Ken. They're all like on top of all the buildings and all that shit.
Ooh, my favorite.
Bespin. Only problem with Bespin is that there's some jerk off that gets on top of these things. You can't get him. You can't get him. And the rocket troopers have too much health when they're on those high levels to even be able to one-shot them. Oops, so someone just rocketed him off. Jesus. Oh, I got the other one with the rocket.
Well done. Not yet.
Price at that. Where did this guy shoot from? Is he back up on top of there? Little bitches. Well, it's not my fault, that's for damn sure. Hi.
Let me know when you're ready to go to nuclear winter.
Nuclear winters. That was unfortunate. You idiot! Okay, somebody killed me with a trip mine when they were a rocket trooper, because they're left over way too damn long. Rob Floria. Little bitch. Ex Poochie the dog. No, I don't. Fuck.
Alright, hand to the menu.
Oh, boo. Oh, that was fun. Woo! Too hot. We were even until we got Death Troopers, and then it was a tear of 10 points. What?
Is everything you dreamed it could be? That's how you really feel about I love how Pauline just pulls punches like that, you know?
Approximately.
Yeah. No, I told her she should set up a timer for 200,000 tweets to see if he can ignore that many tweets, because he's easily ignoring 200,000 deaths, so...
Not ignoring 2,000 deaths, it's welcoming 2,000 deaths.
Only time and testing will tell if you possess the genes of an overseer.
You can't, like, he's not ignoring them. Yeah, it's like, oh, 2,000 deaths? Excellent. people's lives don't actually mean anything if they aren't me. Why missed that guy with everything? Oh my god. Ooh.
I just like hiding in this game.
Your votes have been counted and the location selected. Good luck in the upcoming test.
Oh, didn't even see that guy over there. Damn.
That sounds great.
Attitude of a winner adds a 0.5% chance of victory. You need it. You are not in the safe area of the storm. Soon you will die in a nuclear flame.
Wow, some GameStop are telling people their PS5 pre-order will wait until 2021.
Sounds good. Awkward Michael Scott. Nice, I got my bow and arrow equipped just in case.
Oh, Vanguard.
On your side. I am.
Candidate, calculations show that this area will be destroyed soon. Consider moving.
Yeah, mine doesn't have much of a scope either. You don't want to try to take anybody out in a blaze of glory?
Ooh, shit.
That sounds glorious. Now, do you think I should use a gun, or should I use the bow and arrow to be funny?
They tried to hold the room. They failed. Hard. Ew. That was the weirdest. Nice place to be. Oh. Two thermals.
Almost right behind you. I saw a crate that had a better weapon. I picked it up.
The last member of your squad alive. A fact which is quite surprising. Heart rate steady, eyes focused. A fine example of post-nuclear habituation.
Yeah, but I almost killed him the first time I hit him with an arrow, and I did kill his friend with an arrow, so... It made me laugh anyways. That was great. I enjoyed that.
Vote early. If you're able to vote in person, vote whatever way is the best way for you.
Alright, I think I'm going to head over to Brandon.
From being able to determine the outcome of this election. And in terms of whether or not when the votes are counted, and they're all counted,